A video of Bulandshahr District Magistrate taking strict action against municipal officers and junior engineers for not taking their work seriously has gone viral on social media. In this video, DM B. Chandrakala is seen lashing out at her subordinates for using poor quality products in road construction. She has demanded immediate inquiry into the matter and ordered strict punishment against those who've been found guilty.
देखो तुम्हारा क्या है, कौन एजेंसी से खरीदा, खत्म हो गया, ये है तुम्हारा काम, हाँ? जेल ज्यादा जाओगे अभी क्या, बे समझे क्या? ये टाइल्स लगा रहे हो, इसकी तनख्वाह से लेंगे वापिस पैसा, शर्म करो, शर्म, जनता का पैसा है।
A public servant who clearly believes in doing her job.
कौन कंपनी है ये? पूरा मजाक है, अब जनता का पैसा, आपके घर का पैसा नहीं है ये सब।
Bulandshahr's District Magistrate B. Chandrakala conducting a surprise check. Visibly upset with her officers for delaying key projects.
इन सबको सैंपल ले लो, दो सीज करो, दो ईंट रख लो। क्या कर रहा है ठेकेदार? बिना क्षमतावान को उसको काम कैसे दे दिया? आज ही चेयरमैन ही सब खत्म हो जाएगी, आप समझ क्या रही है मैडम?
आप ही ने काम चालू करने को कहा जब एडीएम साहब ने मना किया।
आज इतना पैसा सरकार का आ रहा है, वो ये विकास
Giving her subordinates a public lashing for poor road construction.
में लिखा है कि नए ईंट की गिट्टियां बिछेगी, और ये नया ईंट है क्या? थोड़ा भाई साहब ये नया ईंट है क्या? क्या है? तो ये वित्तीय अनियमितताएं क्यों करवा रही हैं? क्या एक्शन लेंगी आप बताइए मुझे। FIR होनी चाहिए आज मैडम, आज FIR होनी चाहिए, नहीं तो आप लोगों के खिलाफ आज होगी FIR।
Public reprimand and the clear concern for good governance, raising hopes for the armed janata in the region. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
This is the kind of story that makes people feel that all is not lost, that there are officers out there who want to do an honest day's job, but they're not often allowed to. B. Chandrakala has been transferred 4 times in the last 1.5 years. Why do we not have more Chandrakalas? Joining us now is an officer with a formidable reputation herself, who's been transferred around and had to bear the wrath of her seniors. Dr. Kiran Bedi is joining us. What are you making of Chandrakala's exploits? She's a huge YouTube sensation, more than 1 million likes already. Everyone's saying, yes, that's my girl.
Well, she's a self-driven officer, a conscientious, very earthy, absolutely grounded. She's a ground field person, conscientious, self-driven. She's learning. She is going to learn the language more, but she is truly authentic self. I would say she's a normal, authentic self. And I hope she remains like that, because this is where sometimes the shocks and transfers change you. I hope she doesn't change and she would think she's nothing to lose. That's the role of a district magistrate, to be found on the ground, checking things for themselves and pointing out the mistakes. Here's a woman of integrity who has no patience for dishonesty. So you see anger. You see impatience in her. She's growing up. I would say she's growing up. So you may find fault with, because some seniors may find fault in the manner she is being angry. But I would say here is a self-driven, conscientious officer, and this is exactly the role of district magistrate.
But Dr. Bedi, when I travel through Uttar Pradesh, speak to other officers, especially male officers who are seniors in the force, whether it's the police or the IAS, they say, nahi, ye publicity stunt hai. She's doing it for the cameras. That's the reputation that, you know, Chase Durga Shakti Nagpal, she was given a tough time, and all these officers are made to feel that they are the odd ones out, that there is a system, these people are anti-system, that they are difficult officers to have around.
These officers who are criticizing her or finding fault are those who choose to be invisible. If they would be also on the ground, the media will follow them, because media also looks for such like different stories. They're looking for proactive officers. So these are the invisible who are choosing to be invisible, who've been invisible and who are very comfortable in their invisibility because a lot of their omissions get hidden. Here is a woman who's looking at commission and not an omission. So I think these people who seniors, by the time they age out and they want to more get into comfort zones and security, would always find fault.
So what can be done, Dr. Bedi, to try and give more Chandrakala's confidence? You know, she's operating in a state like Uttar Pradesh where in any case officers get transferred for the flimsiest of reasons. If there are young people out there, some in the forces, some in the IAS, who are looking for inspiration, what do you think needs to be done to back up and support Chandrakala to ensure that more people are inspired to do what she did?
Chandrakala should be prepared for transfers at any time. But the point is, she should be doing this way wherever she goes. That's her, that should be her message. That मैं ऐसे ही काम करूंगी, मुझे जहां भी पोस्ट करोगे, मैं ईमानदारी से she should be like the other Ashok Khemka. I would deliver because I'm here out of public taxes. I'm here for public money and public service. मैं ऐसे ही करूंगी. Media must also look after her. Take care. If she is being harmed, if she is being harassed, I think media must follow her.
Oh, absolutely.
Therefore, while she is not going to be playing to the gallery, she is not to play to the gallery, but her visible work on the ground will continue to make news.
Now, I must tell our viewers that we tried to get her for an interview on Centre Stage and she said, I'm doing my job. I don't wish to come on camera and say any more. I've said and done what I have to, and that's the spirit that we salute, and we need more Chandrakalas. Dr. Kiran Bedi, for joining us tonight with your thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Under pressure, the Haryana government has ordered a probe into the missing papers in the Robert Vadra DLF land deals in Haryana. 2 pages with notings on the previous government's decision to constitute an official committee to probe the Vadra DLF deal have suddenly gone missing. IAS officer Ashok Khemka had filed a RTI petition in June this year to ascertain how the official committee was constituted. The State Public Information Officer replied to Khemka saying that pages number 1 and 2 of the noting cannot be traced. How convenient.
Robert Vadra, visibly upset the last time he was quizzed about the controversial deal with DLF. And now, in a startling twist to Vadra DLF controversy, key files of the probe have gone missing. The 2 missing pages had notings of the previous Haryana government's decision to constitute an official committee to probe the Vadra DLF deal. Notably, the same report later cleared Vadra and construction major DLF of any wrongdoing. The issue coming to light when whistleblower Ashok Khemka got a copy of that particular file after he filed an RTI.
I put in a petition in June asking the queries of certain questions in order to reply to the charge sheet, and these were available on the main charge sheet file. Now, certain copies were given, but the answers to 5 particular queries were not answered.
The BJP government in Haryana promising to get to the bottom of the issue.
कोई एक पेज ऐसा उसका जो नहीं मिल रहा है, वो हमारे सीएस जो हैं उसको सारा उसकी जांच करा रहे हैं, और जांच कराने के बाद वो एक मीटिंग का जो कॉल की गई थी, तो उसके नाते से कोई एक पेज है और उसका जल्दी से वो जानकारी मिल जाए.
Sensing possible foul play, several voices coming out in the open.
It is a serious development as far as that particular case is concerned. It is for the present government to pursue the matter.
इस पूरे मामले पर सरकार जो उचित कार्रवाई होगी उसको निश्चित तौर पर करेगी, और कोई भी दोषी होगा उस दोषी को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा.
Congress, on the other hand, has tracked charges and counter-charges fly thick and fast. The missing files once again reigniting the DLF Vadra controversy. With Brijesh Pandey, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Let's now go across live to Kolkata. Joining us from there is Crusadorial IAS officer Ashok Khemka, who's been leading the charge against Robert Vadra. And I want you to begin, Ashok, by explaining to our viewers why these 2 pages are so crucial. Why are they critical, and why from that entire file would these 2 pages suddenly...
Against the wrongdoings in the government, the corruption in the government, that's all. Now, these two report, a committee of 3 IS officers was constituted by the previous state government with the objective to give a clean chit to the licensing transaction of Messrs. Skyline. Execution of the committee, how were the members selected to be a part of the committee? Because one of the member was responsible for renewing the license and the second member was heading the revenue department, where he simply refused to take action against so many land scams reported to him. So it is very critical that how these members became a part. Are you not planning, Mr. Khemka, to go and lodge an FIR against this?
If these 2 pages are as crucial as they are for your defense, are you not planning to lodge an FIR? Why not?
Rahul, just let me complete this, because then you would understand the sequence of events. So once these document was denied to me to file reply, I filed an RTI application. Now this was simply unanswered. The appeal was unanswered, so I approached the State Information Commission. The State Information Commission passed a final order directing the State Public Information Commission to provide these records to me. That was dated 28th November. On 17th December, the State Public Information Officer files an affidavit that 2 pages are detached. He does not say they are missing, he says they are detached and hence they cannot be provided to me. Now this is simply no answer. I have filed a complaint. I made a complaint to the State Information Commission. The next date is listed and he has been directed to supply those 2 pages. Otherwise he'll have to pay penalty and compensation. And the second issue is, I made a complaint to the Chief Secretary that look, from your records this file moved to unauthorized officers and this critical page is linking. So please order an investigation and lodge an FIR,
Khemka,
because it is the Chief Secretary's record.
Since the time the Manohar Lal Khattar government came in, they're still bureaucrats. The bureaucrats remain the same in Haryana. Have things changed for you, or do you still feel the same level of hostility from your bosses in the bureaucracy as you did when Huda was Chief Minister?
No. Definitely things have changed. The political setup is not hounding me. Coterie who were indulging in the wrongdoings and now they want to cover up their tracks. They want not to be exposed. So in order to do that, probably they are instrumental in seeing that critical links and pages are missing from the records. Now it is not simply that Ashok Khemka ko tang nahi karna hai ya karna hai. That is not the issue. Issue is that the public loot in transfer of licenses must be exposed and action against the wrongdoers.
So what do you intend to do next? Now that these 2 pages have gone missing, Mr. Khemka, what will your next step be?
No, they are not missing. No, Rahul, they are not missing. Okay. They are detached. So I am very sure the file pages will be traced and provided to me. I am very sure that before the next date in the State Information Commission, the worthy Chief Secretary would have taken necessary action and these file pages would be retrieved, or otherwise the inquiry would establish that who is responsible for their destruction or misplacement, and action
I think this is an important challenge for Manohar Lal Khattar,
reply on merits.
The new Chief Minister of Haryana as well. If he is serious indeed about finding out who benefited in this change of land use pattern, if he is indeed serious about going after Robert Vadra, as he told me when we interviewed him very recently, and he said the probe has already been asked for, documents are being collected. Well, this is really a test case. Can you get the officers who've detached these 2 pages to put them back and to lay them out in the public domain so that Ashok Khemka and the rest of India can see who ordered for that probe, who had access to those papers? The truth must emerge, and the pressure, Mr. Khattar, is now on you. India is watching and waiting. Ashok Khemka, for joining us tonight from Kolkata. Thank you.
Thank you.